So, hi guys, welcome to my first YouTube channel. I can't believe I'm actually saying that. A bit scared, but very excited. So we are going to do a Q&A, also like a natural kind of makeup look, because that's what won on my Instagram. Well, both Instagrams actually. So yeah, let's get started. I have already done my brows already, so what I tend to do with my brows, I use my absolute favourite Pink Honey, the Cola Cubes one, with a bit of setting spray, and then I'll just chuck it all over my brows. Not really that neat with it, and then I just play around with it to see how I like them that day, that kind of thing. But I quite like them today, so it's good. Yeah, so let's get started. So first of all, I am going to carve out my brows, make them look even better. So I'm using my trusty P. Louise base. Honestly obsessed with the brand and just the base in general. And let's have a look at the first question. So first question, how did you get into makeup? Well, through dancing, I guess. Definitely through dancing, because I used to do my own makeup. I didn't like when my mum did it for me. So yeah, I just started from there, I guess, and it's taken over. Because I was a dancer. I did go to college and do dance for a year, but then got injured. Wasn't really feeling dance anymore. And then makeup was the only other option that I thought I'd enjoy. And then here we are, a couple of years later. I'm now working at Morphe and starting my first YouTube video. Not really used to this, but you know, we move. Very excited. So I'm just using the P. Louise brush that comes with the base, because she does do a bundle. She does quite a few, and I am obsessed with this brush. It's so good to get right underneath that brow. As you can see, it's so precise, and then I'm just like dragging that down my eye, and then I'll take it a little bit further out past my brow so it blends in really well. Same with like the front, I'll just drag that further over, and then the same on the other eye. So I am just gonna do like my everyday go-to neutral kind of look. So now I'm just gonna drag P. Louise all the way down my lid, pat 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 as she does say. And again, I literally use this every single day. You can literally use it for absolutely anything, like concealer, contour, just as a base. Mix it in with other products, all sorts. So good. Like I've now got a good collection of P. Louise, whether it's the pastels, the acid rain, I've now got the glitters, I've got a couple of the crisp packet ones, which, oh my god, obsessed with that brown. So P. Louise is now all over my eyes, and then what I will do then is get one of my fluffy chubby brushes, if I can find it. Yeah, I found it. Morphe, it is 173, and then I'll just go over that and blend it all out to make sure it's even more blended. Past the brow, so you don't have like a harsh line here or here, it's just blended out seamlessly. Absolute fave brush, Morphe loves it as well. Right, now I am going to start with eyeshadow. I like to do my eyes first, because I feel like then I can just be as messy as possible. I don't have to make sure I'm nice and neat and it doesn't go all over my foundation. I will be using my Be Perfect palette. Honestly obsessed with their palettes. They're so pigmented, they're so beautiful as well. Like, oh my god, those colours are perfect. So that's the next question as well. Next question. If you could be on a PR list, whose would it be? Wow, that is a big question. I think I'd have a few brands, but like my big ones are like Morphe. I'd die if I was on Morphe's PR list. Like, that'd be incredible. P. Louise 100%, even though I've got so many of her products already. You can never have enough. And Be Perfect, like I'm honestly obsessed with their palettes. They're so good, and I've got all the Stacey Marie ones as well. Can't fault any of them. So good, honestly. If you get the chance, try them. So I'm gonna go in with my M506. Honestly obsessed with these kind of brushes, just for like getting that first colour on. It's perfect. So what kind of colour do I want? I'm gonna go with more of like a deep brown. I'm gonna use Boy, which is this deeper brown here. It's more of like a warmer tone. And then I'm just gonna take that on my brush and I'm gonna pack that on the outer corner and kind of take it round to the crease. So if you can see, I've literally it's like an oval kind of shape that I've done. And then just blend it round. So if you can see how pigmented that is, like, oh my god. I'll do the next eye as well. So again, I'm gonna stay in that kind of shape on the outer corner first, and then you want to bring it round to the crease, because I don't want my darker shade all over my crease. I just want it on like the outer half, because the look I'm doing is like mostly on the outer part of the eye to make it look a little bit longer. You'll see what I'm doing in a minute. And then I'm gonna get my fave M514. So it's a little bit bigger. This is a bit stained, ignore this. See, I love them. And I'm just gonna go with like a lighter brown. So I'm gonna use this tan, which is this kind of shade here. So again, another warm tone brown. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go on top of that darker shade and blend all round it. Drag it out a little bit, not too much just yet. And see how easy that is blended, like already. That darker colour is blended so well with the lighter one. Take it further across as well. So you really want to bring that inner corner colour. So I've done that, so you can already see the difference, like how blended it is, and I hardly did anything. And so again, circular motions all over that lid, and then smoke it out and bring it out further. So I'm being quite gentle. You don't want to be too harsh, because then you're just going to get too much product on there and it's just going to be a hot mess. I feel like when you blend in, the lighter you are, it's going to be so much easier. So then I'm going to take a bigger one. So M441, so it's slightly bigger, not by loads, it's slightly bigger. And then I'm going to take like a transition shade, so not like a brown but more like a skin colour type shade, and I'm literally just going to go on top of that second brown so it fades out even more, so you can literally see that is blended out instantly. And the same on the other eye. This just helps it blend out even better. Then what I'm going to do now is just go on top. Don't need to add any more product and just start again. So dark colour, then your second colour, then your last transition skin colour kind of shade. Just to make sure that you've not lost any of those colours, like they still are going to be there. And this is where you can like really concentrate on bringing it out. I just find that this way is just so much easier for me. I mean, everyone's different, everyone does their eyeshadow differently. So again, dark shade, I'm now onto my second shade. Should we just ask the second question, like I'm sat here in silence? If you could only use one brand for the rest of your life, what would it be? Okay, that's a really difficult one because I love so many different brands, but all my makeup's so different. Like, I don't have a brand that I use everything of. So if I had to be anything, it'd probably be Morphe. I know I work for them, but since day one, I've been obsessed with all those products, like obsessed. Whether it's like their lips, their face products. I do like their brows as well. Their brows are good, they're very good. And then same on the second eye, darker shade. I feel like this eye looks different because the window's down, so it doesn't look as warm. But you know, we'll get used to the setup one day. So really concentrating on winging it out now, just to make the eye look a little bit longer, open up a little bit more. And then second shade, so I'm not really adding any shadows to the brushes, I'm just using what was already on there because I don't really want to add too much. I'm just making sure that they're seen and they've not been hidden from the other colours. And then again, the last kind of shade, same with this eye. So you can see how easy that is. Like, it's so blended and I didn't do much. They're my big tips. This is what I would tell everyone. It's so easy. You don't have to use like loads of different brushes and go crazy and spend ages blending. It does not take me long at all. So, and then I'm gonna go with the brush I used to carve out my brows. I'm gonna get the tiniest, and I mean tiniest bit of the base because I don't want a lot, and all I'm gonna do is pat it into that corner of the eye because I want that bit to be bright because I don't want my eyes too dark. So if you can see, all I'm doing is that front of the eye, like so. So you've got all your shadow on this kind of section of the eye, and then this bit's just going to be like quite normal. There's not going to be too much on that bit, so it looks more like a natural look. And same on this eye. I feel like I need to add more P. Louise on this eye than I did on that eye. And because you've already used the P. Louise, you don't really need to blend it out much. Like so. So now I'm going to set that because I find I am very oily, so I always need to set my P. Louise. So again, I'll just use the colour, my last colour, so the colour that I blended everything out with. And I'm just going to go over that peeler is to make sure it doesn't crease throughout the day or anything like that, that it is super set. And see how that's just brightened up my eye massively, like my eye looks so much bigger than that one. This is just such a super easy, everyday kind of look that anyone can do. Because I've not done any technical cut creases or anything crazy like that. It's just so simple, like so simple. Now I'm going to go back in with my really small brush, the one that I've started with and that first shade that I started with, and I'm going to just make sure that that corner, that deeper colour, is being brought kind of on the lash line, and it's like blended well with your like skin, your peeler and your skin tone colour shade. Because I am going to add a little bit of a brown liner as well. So having that there kind of gives you a guide, and it like makes sure that that liner that you're adding is gonna blend out so well as well. You won't have to do anything to it. Then the same on this side. So then I'm going to go in with the second brush, and I've just gone over that line a little bit, so if you can see that it's blended out very well and all the colours blend together well. So it's like you've kind of done what you've done here but on the lash line. So the eyeshadow is now complete. That's what it looks like. I'm happy with that. And then next I'll do a liner, but we'll also answer another question. So, favourite music genre? That's a tough one. My music taste is very all over. I listen to so many different, whether it's bands or it's like artists, like all over the place. But if I had to say one, it'd probably be like R&B and stuff like that. You can't go wrong. You can never go wrong with a bit of R&B. Love it. So I'm taking our Morphe colour pencils. These are perfect for any like everyday look, even if you are just going to do a bit of a liner. These are safe on the eyes, the face, the lips, all sorts. Like, these are just so good. They're the same as the lip liners as well, so they're so creamy, they're so easy to use, they literally just glide on. So all I'm going to do is, again, just go on that lash line, and that is all I'm going to do. So go right to the inner corner. So we're going to start a bit like that. Make it as thick as you want, make it as dark as you want. Play around with it. There's no rules. Makeup has no rules. So now I've got to the middle part of my eye where it's joining with the eyeshadow. All I'm going to do is kind of buff it with the pencil, and you'll notice that that is literally just blended it out. Like, I've not had to use any of my brushes again. It is basically done it for me, and that's how creamy these are. Like, oh, I love them, especially for any kind of like smoky liner or anything like that. They're so good. So I'm doing the same on the other eye. We'll answer another question. Oh, this is not a question. Not a question, but I think your next video should be a full face of your favourite makeup products. Okay, fabulous. Well, if that's what you guys want to see, then comment down below, or any other kind of videos that you want to see. Like, I'll happily do anything, or if there's like certain brands you want me to like review or anything like that, I'm here for that. I love stuff like that. Like, I love buying makeup, I love trying new things. Just let me know what you want to see, and I will get around to doing it. Because I mean, we're in second lockdown, so I have the time now. So both eyes are complete, so it's so blended. It's nice and easy, like I've not done anything difficult, like I said. So there you go. Now I'm going to move on to my face. Love this bit. Absolutely love face. I've already done my skincare, hence why I'm glowing. I love it. I can also do like a skincare video if you want me to, like reviews on what I found works for me or things like that. But I'm going to use my Huda Beauty matte primer because I'm oily. I need all the matte I can get. But I'm weird because I like a matte primer. I love a matte primer, but I don't necessarily always like a matte foundation because I feel like, I don't know, it doesn't quite sit well on my skin. I feel like I need something more of like a satin finish. I don't know, I'm quite weird. Like, cause even though I am so oily, like unbelievably oily, you would have thought that I needed a matte. But providing I've got my matte primer on and I've powdered well, I'm okay. It lasts. Like I don't have a problem with it like melting away or anything like that. It tends to sit like quite well. This is why I quite like this primer because I feel like it works for me. Like, I'm gonna have to like clip my hair back because it's in my way. Just gonna clip it messily. Who cares what I look like? Oh, sexy. Right, there you go. Right, now I'm going to use my foundation. I'm going to use my NARS Longwear foundation. I'm absolutely obsessed with this. I started using this last lockdown because everyone was using it and I was like, I feel like I need to join the hype on this. And ever since, I can't stop using it. I'm in love with it. It's so good. And the colour is beautiful as well. Right, I'm taking my Peaches and Cream PC 26. I love this brush. It's so fluffy. So good. And let's answer another question. Oh, favourite Christmas film. If anyone knows me, that's an easy one to answer. My absolute favourite Christmas film is The Grinch. Not the new Grinch, because it's not the same. The proper old film, The Grinch. Honestly, obsessed with it. I could literally watch it all day. I feel like that's probably what I'll do this lockdown. Just watch The Grinch. Cheer me up. Give me something to do, I guess. So, colour-wise, it blends out so well. It's almost like a perfect match, but not. If you get me. I feel like I could go a little bit lighter, but I mean, I like to be a little bit warmer. Don't we all though? Don't we all? So, I don't use a lot of foundation. I literally use three pumps at the back of my hand, and that has gone all over my face. So a little goes a long way with this foundation. I feel like it blends out again so well. I look a bit weird. I feel like I look quite orange on this, but I don't actually look like that in that mirror. But you know. And concealer, I'm gonna use my NARS one. I'm like in between different concealers because I really like my NARS one, obviously, but I really like the Fenty one. So my concealer, I don't go ham. I don't like a lot because I crease quite a lot under my eyes. So I put a tiny bit there and I do a line there because I feel like it. I saw this on TikTok, believe it or not, in last lockdown, and I've started doing it, and it lifts everything up. And because I'm not using so much product, I'm not creasing nowhere near like what I was. So I'm going to use our E49 brush from Morphe, because it's quite flat, like if you can see, and it's like pointed as well, so it gets right up to the eye. And I'm just patting that in, and then I'll pat this in as well. So it looks like that, the difference. And it's such a good coverage, this concealer, like I love it so much. And then again, blend the side up. And then that's what it looks like. So let's do another question. Have you worked for any other brands other than Morphe? Yes, I worked for Estee Lauder before Morphe, but it was like more of a that work experience kind of thing, and it's kind of what got me into the job, Morphe, I think, like I'm sure, because I remember when I was actually working for Estee Lauder and I was on the counter one day and I had an email about the Morphe Nottingham role, and I was like, oh my god, like I'm gonna die. Like I've been obsessed with Morphe since day one. It was my first palette, that kind of thing. Same with brushes, always had Morphe brushes and eyeshadow palettes. And then to hear that there was a job gonna be in Nottingham, I was like, no, that is my job, like I will have that job. And then I was with the lady on counter and she gave me such good advice, and she helped me so much, and she's basically the reason why I got the job, because she gave me such good advice and things like that, and I can't thank her enough. She was amazing. But now I'm going to do all my cream products first. So I've done my concealer, I'm now going to do cream contour. Obsessed, and I mean obsessed with this cream contour. Mama Mitchell got me into this. Thanks, broke my bank in lockdown, but I again can't stop using it. So I'm using my Peaches PC18, so it's like a nice fluffy small brush, and then I just like to circle motion that into my skin, and because this is so creamy, it buffs out so well. So if you can see already, so easy to blend out. And then next cheek. So again, I don't like it too heavy. I don't really like my face makeup too heavy. And then I'll do the same on my forehead. Make sure I look bronzed. I love looking bronzed. So next question. I've not got many left, to be fair. Cats or dogs? Well, that's a very hard one. I'm such an animal person. Like, I did have 2 cats. I've now only got 1, unfortunately. But I really love dogs as well. Like, I really love dogs. Like, I really want a dog. Like, I really want a dog. Like, I really want a German Shepherd. Oh, they're such beautiful dogs. Like, they're so beautiful. In love. So I'm both. I can't answer that one. I'm both. And then next I'm going to do my cream blush as well, because it's a cream product. I just find that the way I'm doing it just works for me. It makes everything blend out seamlessly, and I'm not, again, doing a lot. It's not like I'm sitting here for ages blending. So So I'm taking it on PC27 and I'm using the Fenty blush in shade Strawberry Drip. Obsessed. This is such a beautiful colour. And it's not too intense either. Like when I first got it I was like, oh, that looks crazy. Again, my Mitchell got me into this, saw it on his Instagram story and I was like, I need them. But I also need his. Like have you guys seen all of his products? Like I feel like I need to try them, like really bad. Right, so that's all my cream products done. Now I'm going to powder. I'm going to use my Laura Mercier powder. I really like this one. Again, I'm kind of like in between powders. I really like this one, but I like the Fenty Beauty one. I use banana in that one, I'm sure. And I just, oh, it looks so good, especially when I'm a bit more tanned. I might use my sponge. And I'm just gonna tap it in. I don't like to be too heavy with the powder because again I feel like that's what makes me crease. So I'm tapping it in. And then same on this eye. Make sure you get right up to the corner of your eye. And then what I like to do is bring it right down as well, because that's where I'm like most oily, which is great. And then on my chin, and then on my forehead. Has anyone else had like really bad like maskne, if that's what we're calling it nowadays? Because I've seen a lot of TikTokers use that term. Because I have. My chin's been awful. Can't cope, but it's getting better. It's getting better. It's fine. It's fine. Right. Now powder's done. We can then move on to our powder products. I like our bronzers, and I will set my blush with a powder brush, and then we can move on to lips, and then we're basically done. Another question. If you could only eat one food for the rest of your life, what would it be? Oh, that's really difficult actually. I love food. I mean, who doesn't? But I don't know, I feel like it'd have to be something with chicken, because I really like chicken. So yeah, some kind of either like I don't know, like just anything with chicken, I guess. Like I'm not that bothered. Like I'd probably eat anything that's got chicken in. You know. Right, so now I'm taking my Revolution, I think this is the Midnight collection. I'm not sure. I'm sure it is, but I'm not like 100%. I got it years ago. And then I'm taking my Doll Beauty bronzer in the shade medium. I feel like I could go darker with these shades, but because I've got a cream contour on, I don't want it to be too much. So I'm just going on top where that bronzer was, without cream contour even. Just warming my face up, making sure that I'm set. It's basically setting where those cream products were, because like I say, I'm oily, so if I left it, it wouldn't last that long. I look really glowy though. I kind of love it. I think that's all my skincare though. Looks good underneath the foundation. And then same on my forehead. The bronze, the better. Doesn't look like it's changed much on camera, but I will. And then I'll add a little bit to her nose, so down the sides. So that's what my skin looks like so far. And now I'm going to do my blush. So for blusher, I'm going to use my NARS Orgasm blush. I've only just got this, like I've not had it for long, and oh my god, why have I only just got it? Why have I been so late to join the hype on this product? Because it's beautiful. Yes, I've only got a sample because I don't like certain colour blushes, if you get me. I'll use this brush. So I'm going to use my Peaches and Cream. I quite like a big blusher brush even. So I'm going to use my PC24, and then I'm just going to get quite enough of my brush and then just blend it out to my bronzer. So that's what it looks like. It's not too much, it's not too dramatic, it's like a nice subtle blush. Right, now what shall I do? I'll do my lashes. I'll do my lashes while I wait. So I'll do my mascara first, and then I will put my lashes on after I've done my lips. So I'm going to use a new Morphe primer. Quite like this actually. So don't be scared, I know it's blue, but it just intensifies the black of whatever mascara you use. And I just find that it stops it from like dropping, you know, when you like sometimes get all the black bits on your concealer. I just feel like it stops it from doing that. And then I found that the trick with this is don't use too much, because otherwise you'll find it hard to hide the blue. So if you only use a small amount, but make sure you've coated all your lashes, you should get a good result. I've not really used a primer until now, but I didn't really wear mascara, to be fair, until now, until Morphe brought out theirs. Then I felt like I had to use mascara, so here we go. So I'm going to let my primer dry a little bit, so I'll start with my lips. Lip liner, I'm going to use Spiffy. I love this shade at the minute. My like go-to lip liners from Morphe are Love by Spiffy and Sweet Tea, but I know the Sweet Tea is so many people's favourite because it's such a beautiful shade, but it's sold out in most places because it's so popular. So I like to keep my lips quite natural now. I used to overdraw them like crazy, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my lip balm, because I don't want too much lip balm on there, because otherwise it's slipping and sliding and I don't want that. So I'm just following the natural shape of my lip. I feel like I have to make this side bigger because this one's quite full, whereas that one's not. And then that's what my lips look like, and then I'm just going to drag that down a little bit. And then now I can put my second mascara in, my second mascara on. So this is your black one, and then just coat them. So now the blue has gone. And that's what that looks like. Right, now I'm going to do my lipstick and then we can stick some lash on. And then I've got 2 questions left. So, celebrity crush. Well, I feel like it's a tough one, but it's not. Everyone, again, who knows me, knows that I'm absolutely obsessed with Drake. Like, obsessed. Can't live without him. That's how much of an obsession I've got. But I quite like people like Chris Brown. I don't know, I just feel like, I don't know. We'll go with those two. Right, so lipstick, I'm going to use Comet. It is one of the Morphe Mega Matte, so this is going to last even longer than like a normal matte will. And it's such a perfect nude. So that's what that looks like. And then I'm going to put a gloss on top, but I can't decide what gloss I want. I've got 3 favourites at the minute. I've got the Madison Beer Morphe one in Mars. I've got the Fenty Sweet Mouth, that is beautiful gloss. Or I've got one of the new Beauty Bay glosses in Ballet. That is such a nice shade. Oh. I'm going to use the Beauty Bay one for today. I feel like I wear this one quite a lot. And this just like lightens the colour a little bit. Because I know someone asked me on my Instagram what was my lip combo. And I'm pretty sure it was this one in the photo that she commented it on. And that's what my lips look like. That's the combo. So now lashes. And then we could do the last question. I'm going to use my Mama Mitchell lashes. Obsessed. They're just so beautiful. Because they look like actual lash extensions. Like, you know, when you have like a Russian set done or something like that. They're beautiful. So I need to take the glue off these. Ew, that's a bit disgusting. You can tell I wear them a lot. Right, glue's off that one. Almost. So I am going to use Duo Lash Glue, but the green one. This is like the best out of all of them. I did used to use like the tube one, but I just got too messy with it and it was too much. So I coat the lash all over the lash. Make sure that you've got enough on the corners, because obviously they're like where it comes undone the most. That's when it starts like peeling off, because you've not got enough lash glue. So make sure you've coated them really well. And then once the glue is drying, I'll answer my last question. And then that's it. My first YouTube video complete. It's crazy. But you know. Right, while they are drying, let's answer the last question. Favourite holiday? I take it that means like what holiday I've been on and which ones I've loved. Been on so many good holidays, to be fair. There's so many. I'd probably say Mexico. Yeah, Mexico. Mexico was amazing. Honestly, you need to go. It's incredible. Absolutely incredible. And I just love the heat. I love being in the sun. I love being in Mexico. It was beautiful. It was such a beautiful place. Like, so beautiful. So yeah, that answers that. So now my lashes are a little bit drier. if you bend them a little bit, it's easier to put them on. And then I'm just going to get some tweezers. And then put them on, tweak them. I look crazy right now because they're not on right. Told you they're really big. These honestly look massive. But I promise they're not actually that big in person. It's probably because I've got mascara on as well, that don't help. But if you want more of like a natural lash, probably go with something like one of, I know that the Jamie Genevieve Tatty Lashes, they're quite natural and they're really, really nice. And I find that Tatty Lashes just last the longest. Like, I've used loads of lashes, but I feel like they last longer than any other. If not, I quite like, there's a brand in Morphe. They're called Flutter Lashes. They're like a pink packet. Don't know if they're online or not actually. They're really nice lashes and they last like for ages. Like, I can wear them for a whole month and they still look perfect. And then just press them down. Make sure that they're 100% on. Feel on, to be fair. So, and that is the finished look. So that is like my everyday go-to neutral kind of look. So it's nothing too crazy. It's not that hard to do. Like, it's quite easy for like beginners, as well as like any people that don't have time. If you don't have time, this is a look for you. So, thanks for watching, guys. That ends the video of my get to know me / my first makeup video that I've ever done. Very exciting. Please like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, you name it. I'll leave it all down below in the description so you can go check my Instagram out, because I've got two accounts. I've got my main account and then I've got my makeup account, so please follow both. Let me know what other videos you want me to do, any brands you want me to like review or anything like that. Please let me know and I'll do anything. So yeah, I'll take my hair out so we can see like the full. And that is the full look. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time. Bye.